So, are we live? I have to see. Yep. Okay. I didn't know when to start, so I had to check myself. Because I'm on my own today. Glassy, as you may have noticed, did the stream yesterday as we had a bit of shortage in the commentary booth. So I will do the Wednesday on my own this week, and I think next week as well, because Glassy will miss next week. So that is that. Yeah, sprint weekend. So we have to get right, or sprint round. We have to get right into it. Very little time to discuss this, what we normally could do during qualifying. But let's look at this, as I need to put my sound a bit lower for my personal sound. Otherwise cars are screaming into my ears. Everyone is on the mediums, which I expected during the sprint, but I would have loved to see someone gamble. So 16 drivers today, championship leader down in P16. Smith, a winner from last week, in P15, and I'm not sure if he's second in the championship, I have to check. But some people, as Huss is waiting. Down the grid, in the middle as well, some fast cars, such as Booty Stubby, close to the front, has been a bit unlucky this season, so he might have a good shot at this, and this will be the first time I think that Puggy isn't starting in last place, as he starts in P1. But Kieran on the front row as well, which is interesting for McLaren. I hope I can have a quick look at the standings. Snitzy is disqualified from the session, same for Steve, they might have collided on the formation lap. And good evening to Ivor and Glassy in the chat, and good luck to the McLarens from yeah, you could say the McLaren colleague. No Haas again. I hope I have the time to see who are the drivers for Haas. Driver standings, there you go. So Freefall is one of them, and the other one doesn't have a seat. So I think they only have one driver, if I'm correct, according to this statistic. And it is correct. Smith is in P2. He's only 7 points behind Rodo. Then we got Matt in P3, 28 points behind Smith, and then it is very close. A gap of 3, a gap of 7, then 7, 6, 5, 9. Between Huss, Raika, Tonchek, Dino, Snitsy and Stebo, and then a little gap to Booty. But the Mercedes would love to catch up. I need to see where everyone else is lining up on the grid, and I hope I can get a good view. We'll check the constructors later then. As we got 5 lights for the sprint. And they are off, and I hope the camera switches. It doesn't seem like a good start for Puggy. Ferrari has a good start. Same for Red Bull, as I can see. I hope the camera will switch in a moment. This is not ideal. Come on, guys. I have to check from... Oh, it's a contact from McLaren. And it switched Booties up a lot of positions. And it's almost a 1-2 for AlphaTauri. It is a yellow flag behind. And it is... Oh, collision between the championship rivals in the back at the sprint. Puggy still leads, and Kieran dropped down a bit of positions, fighting between Snitsy and Dragos there. Raka's looking to get involved as well. Stebo's lost some positions. He might have been involved in that incident on making some moves. It is close here, but he got his teammate behind. But let's see what can Huss do. Fighting with Stebo. Stebo's dropping back some positions. Oh, as Huss goes around the outside, or he tries to go around the outside, but it doesn't work. Switch to the front then, and let's see what the positions. We know everyone is on the same tire, so we'll see the position changes then during the sprint. Booty up 4 positions already on lap 1, and those are the gains you want to make during the sprint. Same for Raika, is up 4, and then a lot of Dragos losing 5 positions from P4 down to P9. Not the best start from one of the Mercedes cars. The other one did make up a position, which is Cosmo. But the Mercedes might drop even more places here, as the Alfa Romeos are behind him, and they are second in the championship is what I've seen, behind Red Bull, as we see a change for the lead then. Stubby is looking to overtake, but Puggy holds on. He doesn't go up the inside here, stays behind. You don't want to take a lot of risks in the sprint, but Wardy's under pressure from Snitsy. He's in the McLaren sandwich currently. But can Snitsy make the move here? I call this a little hairpin, but he stays behind and he loses some time, it looks like. But a lot of fighting when you're on your own, and it's quite difficult to keep an eye out on all of that. But we will switch to the front as Stubby is looking for the overtake. But Puggy might slow Stubby a bit down to allow his teammate to get closer and maybe overtake him. Stubby then. Very close behind. No DRS just yet. We have to wait for that until the next lap. But he is going for it up the inside in the final corner. That is a move I didn't expect here. And the switchback from Puggy. Wu has a better straight line speed. It looks like Stubby has a better straight line speed, but now a triple slipstream. Can Booty maybe do even something and make a 3 wide into turn 1? He's following his teammate. There he goes up the inside. And he's following his teammate through as Puggy goes a bit wide there. But Booty is up into P2. And it's a 1-2 for AlphaTauri currently, as we look behind, as the DRS is now enabled. And we see some fighting between Stibo and Haas. And Stibo is still ahead, only just. Can Haas come back here? He has the better line through the S's here up the inside. No contact so far. And Stibo stays ahead. But then it's Rodo. Smith is losing out a lot of position because he has front wing damage. I don't think Rodo has front wing damage, so he can catch up again. And he did win a position on the championship rifle. But no points, only points for the top 5 here. Which currently most points will go to AlphaTauri. Let's look at the constructors then. AlphaTauri only have 95 points. So some valuable points can be rewarded already in the sprint, as you get 10 points for a win and I think 8 for P2, so 18 points already. But they have a big gap to McLaren and Ferrari ahead. But it could mean they move away from Mercedes and Haas behind them. But then Booty overtaking his teammate. He's up 6 positions already into the lead, and I hope he can hold on. But then behind, Snitsy overtaking Wardy. Can Wardy re-overtake Snitsy here? No, it seems like he's losing some positions as Raikko's making some moves as well. He's up into P8 and Raikko's falling down further positions. And there's Rodo behind Haas. Oh, that's contact. And Rodo's round, and now Smith really overtakes his championship rival. This is not for points, so the gap will stay the same, but it is for a position change in the main race, or starting position change. Can Stubby hold on, or will Puggy defend enough so Booty can get away? Booty used a lot of his ERS compared to some drivers behind, but now Kieran is putting pressure on Cosmo. He's dropped down from P2 to P5 in the opening laps, and his teammate is right behind him. And can Kieran jump onto the second row, or will he let his teammate pass, because it seems like his teammate has a lot of pace. Number 15, I think that's because of his age, if I'm correct. Kieran is quite young, so it's really quite young. It's really impressive. But here comes Snitsy through the grass here. Oh, it's a bit of a side pot clashing. And oh, that is not nice what Cosmo did there. Completely came across as Booty's. Oh, both AlphaTauri now fighting. Let's see from Stubby's on board behind, and Puggy re-overtakes. Oh, it's a collision between the teammates. And oh, someone is around. It is Wardy. Oh, collided with Raika there. Oh, Wardy's lost his wing as well. A lot is happening here. And I think Haas spun as well. Same for... Need to keep an eye on everything behind. A lot is happening. But yeah, Wardy will drop down to the back of the grid, I think. But back to the front then. Or behind. Let's see, Tonchek. Round the outside and he's passed. Dragos losing some positions after he gained, I think, 2 because of Wardy and Raika, the crash or collision. And Kieran is letting Snitchy past. And now Stubby is going for the overtake. No ERS from all 3 drivers here. And it's almost 3 wide, as it is 3 wide. 3 wide. Stubby up the inside. Oh, now Puggy is pushed wide. And can Booty go for it again? Stubby from P3 to P1 in one straight. Can he stay ahead? Oh, it's a move, late move from... Oh. Stubby just stays ahead there. And he's back into the lead. And both AlphaTauri dropped behind. I hope the fighting didn't hinder them too much, as they're still looking for the overtake, but I have to keep an eye on the battles behind as well. Oh, and Snitsy on the outside. This curb is deadly. Watch out, there he goes, skating off. And now Kieran is through. Oh, 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 oh. Safety car, no, virtual safety car. But what the was that from Snitsy? Took out Tonchek whilst rejoining. I was wondering where he was, and then all of a sudden yellow flag. But I think it's a virtual safety car. Or is it a safety car? I don't see the safety car dot on the map. I can't see any boards. Yeah, it's a VSC. Okay. So 1 Alfa Romeo out. Oh, Wardy drive-through penalty. Yeah, well, he is in P16 already. But the race has continued. Now Booty, no straight line speed. It seems like a Stubby's gone away actually. Yeah, it's might rain tickets here, and I am the chief steward from the championship division, so I hope they can get it clean from now on, so I don't get too much tickets, as Booty is re-overtaking him. Oh, it's a teammate collision as Puggy is around. Can Puggy stay ahead though in P3? It seems like Cosmo is through. And Puggy is losing out. Oh, but there is Puggy again. Puggy is losing a lot of positions now. But he stays ahead of Kieran. But a teammate collision, that's not what you want. I don't know the relationship between these two and if they do talk, but oh, Kieran, that's a lot of swinging from left to right. Oh, Puggy, what is Puggy doing? He's lost the traction and now he's down to P5. He's going wide again. Is he? I don't think he has a puncture. Just struggling maybe. And Snitchy is dropping a lot of positions. He has front wing damage. That is the reason why. Smith now is back up to P12 because of all this chaos. But can Stubby hold on? I'm not sure what the results were last week. I think Stubby was on pole position, or it was Smith. I think it was Smith. Stubby's done well in the qualifying, and this is sort of a qualifying, but points. So some decent points for Williams if he can hold on. But here's Booty. Oh, something crucial there. Stubby has wing damage. Booty with a switchback. Up the inside. No, Kieran is past Cosmo as well. Oh no, is he? No, he's not. Cosmo came back. Cosmo now in P3 for Mercedes. They are on P9 in the championship, so these points will help them. Oh, Booty hit the back there. Do not use your ERS, you're in the slipstream. Just wait, just like I did in the Monday race. Save your ERS when you're in the DRS behind and overtake him on the last lap. There's no way he can come back from that, but it doesn't seem like these guys know to save it. Kieran does. Kieran has 40% compared to 5 and 14 behind. Kieran is coming back after losing a lot of positions in the start. And there he goes. Watch out for the DRS bait. Yeah, he's got it, so that means that Cosmo has now got DRS. And Cosmo has a lot of straight line speed. Oh, it's for the lead as well. I need to check with that, but here is behind for P3 as well. Podium in the sprint. Oh, Kieran was almost stepping him round, but Kieran is still holding on somehow. In P4, Booty then around the outside. Oh, it's a bit of a Max Verstappen move here, but I think it was within the white lines. And Stubby, he can't hold on. Can he save the... Oh, he's going up the inside, Stubby. Oh, he's pushing Booty almost wide there, and Booty almost lost the traction, but what a move was that from Stubby. I didn't expect that. And he's back ahead again. Only one lap remaining after this one. Dino's now caught up, Dragos is caught up, Stebo is caught up, and everyone else behind him as well. Rodo is putting pressure on Smith. And Snitchy's dropped a lot of positions. Let's see, can Booty do it on the final lap? Wardy takes the fastest lap. No fastest lap points awarded during the sprint. But this is the battle for 10 points and the battle for pole position in the main race. DRS is for Booty on the final lap. Equal on ERS. And what can he do into turn 1? Stubby taking the inside line. Booty has to go around the outside. Stubby can defend, but he can't defend this part. Now I think he does have the DRS for this part. No one has, or no one is enabling it. And Booty is ahead. And I think that is enough. We switch behind. The Stebo and someone else is fighting. Dino. So 3 little fight, and both Red Bulls fighting as well. The constructors lead is currently. But then Lembai and Smith and Rodo are also fighting for P11. But let's see, I think Booty has got enough of a gap, so we can switch focus behind on Kieran. Can Kieran make a move on this final DRS state? He saved a lot of DRS, or sorry, ERS, which he might save for the final straight. No DRS there, but the ERS advantage could help him. As he's putting pressure on Cosmo till the final corner. And there he goes. Using the ERS, just as I said, final corner. Up the inside. Oh no, it's a collision. Oh, he's losing a Stubby. No, Booty wins the sprint. And Stubby is in P2. We got Cosmo in P3. Puggy is in P4. Kieran is in P5. Dino is in P6. Very close gaps here. Stebo is in P7. Dragos finishes in P8. It's Raika in P10. Matt in P11. Smith holds on to that P11. Rodo finishes P12. It is Haas in P13. The Snitsy in P14. And Wardy in P15. But that is 10 points for Booty. 8 points, I think. No, I need to check it correct, but I'm not sure. But I think it's 10-8, or I might be completely wrong here, I'm not sure. But I already got a ticket, so that is fun. And good evening to Mr. Becker as we finalize the sprint. I'm waiting for Waddy, but Booty has won the sprint. And finally a bit of luck maybe, as I'm eating my gummy bears. Yeah, glad I got one ticket so far. Well, for sure there will be more. Yeah, I noticed that, the ticket too. But these are not the points for our sprint results. I'm not sure, maybe Becker knows. But the starting grid is Booty and Stubby on the front row. It's Cosmo and Puggy on the second row. We got Kieran and Dino on the third row. Then we got Stevo and Dragos. Then both Red Bulls on the same row. We got both championship contenders on the same row. We got Haas and Snitsy, and then Wardy and Tonchek at the back of the grid. So yeah, I think 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. And it's the top 5, or is it top 6? I'm not so sure. But I think I was right a bit, because I was confused. I thought you could get 1 point as well, but I might be wrong. But now we're waiting for the main race to start. Timer is over. 2 safety cars this race is the prediction from Ivor here. Now we can enable tires. So, Puggy on the hards, not surprised. Dragos on the soft tires, interesting. Haas, Snitsy and Wardy on the hards are there at the back of the grid, so they might want to go long. Predicted strategy. Let's see what the predicted strategy for the softs is. Oh, I couldn't see, it was too late, unfortunately. But yeah, now we got 29 laps. No rain. Well, I hope so. The test isn't working during sprint rounds, but I'm pretty certain it doesn't rain in Bahrain. Or I might be wrong. We will have to see later. Yeah, top 5, okay. Yeah, then I was somehow sort of correct. I just wasn't too sure if that was the right point system, but for the sprint then. For the main race, I do know it. And good evening, Colin. Good luck to Ferrari. Yeah, Wardy had a bit of an unfortunate sprint, and Stevo, yeah, it did look like in the beginning he was struggling a bit, or he was involved in some incident, but at the end he came back to P7, so that was a good recovery during those 10 laps. And let's see what he can do from P7. Well, the battle between Booty and Stubby was close, and they were creating a gap to the cars behind. So if that is a foreshadowing for the main race, we will get a good battle for the race win. Booty disqualified. Oh, that is... yeah, then I mean it's because of the positions, but your tires will be very cold and you will start a bit further back from your grid slot. Same for Snitsy. I think everyone else is lined up though. Can we get a better view this time? We are off as the 5 lights have gone. Oh, someone is in the wall. I think it's an Alfa Romeo. It's Dino. Can we switch? There we go. You can finally see behind a bit better. Oh, Rodo hits the back there. Tonček has to avoid it. Let's see, I think everyone else got through cleanly. Whereas Rodo, a championship leader, is fighting for P10. And let's see, everyone else stayed in the same positions. Back here, it stayed in the same position in the front. The Red Bulls are moving up some positions as Dino has dropped a lot of positions. And Smith is fighting the Alfa Romeo driver. Let's see. Dino is coming back for him. Oh, Smith has gone wide. But he stays ahead of Wardy. And Booty has got a gap. And can he finally have some luck and get a race win? I do not need to say that because I will probably jinx it. Or it does happen every time. But then a little train forming now. No DRS activated just yet. Rodo and Tonček still fighting. As Tonček moves up ahead. Oh, my little tap on the back there from Tonček on Raika. Tonček struggling now. Rodo around the outside. Ooh, close. Almost wheel banging, but Tonček stays ahead. And now his teammate Dino is behind him. Can he overtake the Alpine as well? Smith, the guy in P2 in the championship, following behind. You can still see Rodo, which is a good thing, but he's still behind, and that is not what you want when you're in a championship fight. We are getting closer to the end of the season as well, so every point will count. Well, every point counts every race, but these will be very important at the end of the season. Kieran putting pressure on Puggy, but Puggy is on the harder tire, so he's doing well to stay ahead so far. But what can Dragos do? He's on the softer tire, so I'm expecting him to have better grip and make some moves, but he's stayed in P8. As DRS is now enabled. And just as I said that, here is Dragos up the inside of Matt. Now DRS activated. Around the outside. Where's Matt? There is Matt. And I think Dragos has moved ahead. Yep, up to P7. Ooh, and almost a collision between both Red Bulls here. But we move to the front a bit more as Stibo is putting some pressure on Kieran, and Kieran is putting some pressure on Puggy, but still no overtakes happening. Difference in ERS though. Kieran and Stibo between 60 and 70, and Puggy is around 30, so Puggy has used a lot in the first 3 laps. Things are starting to settle down now. Get in your rhythm. Now Kieran with the DRS. For the first time on the main straight, I think. There he goes. Up the inside. And Puggy holds on around the outside. Can he hold on for the second part? Oh, wheel banging. Where's Puggy? I can't see, guys. Yeah, oh, Puggy still ahead. And now Stebo around the outside of the McLaren. No, Stebo runs wide a bit. Now Dragos is behind. Will Kieran go up the inside? Nope. Dragos is going around the outside though. Now the difficult turn 9, turn 10. Everything is running smoothly so far. But you do notice the the drivers on hards struggling behind. So it's quite remarkable what Puggy is doing so far on those hard tires. Puggy is forming a little train now, but he does have great straight line speed. But I think Kieran will pass him now. And Stebo will follow him through, I think. Yes, Stebo's gone through on both drivers. Up the inside. Can Kieran fight it back? Oh, Dragos is losing a lot of positions. Raika is fighting Road. Road is up to P9 here. Tonchek up to P8. Raika is losing and Dragos is losing. No, Raika is gaining, sorry. Puggy down to P6 now. Oh! Tonchek. Putting pressure on Matt. So starting to kick off. Same for Stubby now. Stubby is closing in. Both equal on ERS. But behind is where the fighting is happening. Can Riker go around the out? This is a difficult part to go around the outside of someone. Yeah, he won't do that. Dino is putting some pressure on Rodo. And Dragos is following close behind. He lost a lot of positions in the first sector. I couldn't really see what was happening. It's all happening very close. Need to switch to the front though. Because I think Stubby will go for a move up the inside. No. Yes. I got it wrong. Buddy's doing the switchback. Switchbacking here again. But it seems like Stubby was expecting that. And now Buddy doesn't have any DRS. Which means that Stubby is moved up ahead into the lead. Now behind there's a lot of fighting going on between Red Bulls and then Alfa Romeo as... Oh, it's a collision. Tonchek hit the back. Oh, this is very close. All drivers. 2 Alfa Romeos, second in the constructors, and 2 Red Bulls. Oh, some Alfa Romeos around this Tonchek. I jinxed them a bit there. I was about to say they're attacking the leading constructors, Red Bull. That is not the case. Some very different lines from both Red Bulls there. One to the completely to the left and one completely to the right of the track. But Rodo is gaining some positions because of all this fighting. Smith though still in P12, so he's not gaining, and this is an ideal scenario for Rodo. Do we switch to the front again? Can Booty attack the lead? Oh, As Rodo is making a move past Matt, but Matt is close behind. Matt has a better run, but not using any ERS, which means that Rodo is now up to P8. And putting another car between him and Smith, or Smith, a race winner from last week in Singapore. But we are back to a real circuit, not a street circuit, and this might show the difference in pace. Rodo struggled a bit during the street tracks, but he's having some strong pace again here on a normal racetrack. Booty is using a lot of ERS, which is not necessary, because you can just follow within a second, maybe just wait a bit behind. You don't need to have the lead at any point. You can also just save your ERS, knowing that the driver ahead is red blinking lights. But he's staying behind and using the ERS, so that is a combination. Oh, yellow flag. It is stun check. Oh, it's Wardy and Huss. Good move from Huss there. And now Snitsy around the outside. He's gone through as well. Wardy's losing some positions. So whilst one Ferrari is up to P4, one is down in P15. And still no safety cars as Smith and Dragos are fighting. And I'm wondering when the tire wear will kick in for Dragos, as he's still holding on. And good evening, Sinful. And he's saying, let's go Merc, boys. And one of the Merc is up into P3 on the podium positions, and he already scored a P3 in the sprint, so he's done well. And Dragos is now down in P11 on the soft tires. Still holding on, doing a different strategy than everyone else around him. But we will have to see if that's the right one. Back to the front, Booty still behind. Following Stubby, but DRS isn't that powerful as Raika is overtaking Puggy here. Oh, Puggy's almost pushing into the side of Raika here. And yes, again, he has a better exit with the DRS and he's ahead. But I wanted to say the DRS isn't that powerful. It is powerful, but when you can when you can defend with ERS, because you know the driver attacking doesn't have any ERS left, it is easier to defend on the straight. Oh, and Booty went a bit wide. I just caught that. Astivo is putting pressure on Cosmo. We've had some cheers for Ferrari boys, for Mercedes boys and for McLaren boys. And they are all right behind each other, fighting for the podium spot. It is still early on in the race, but a podium spot is a podium spot. Stibo now. More ERS. DRS activated. Defense from Cosmo. And Stibo is past. Oh! What happened? Cosmo spun or something, or he struggled with the traction. It seemed like Stibo had the same. But Cosmo's dropped down to P5 now, as Puggy is looking to re-overtake Raika again. Up the inside here. into turn 4. Now up to turn 5 and 6 and 7. Puggy still ahead. Now Raika up the inside. Raika will want to get past. He's on the medium tires. He doesn't want to be held up by someone on the hard tires who is going long. But it's forming a DRS train. Matt is really saving ERS, and this is what I meant. Following in the DRS still within a second of the car ahead, but saving your ERS, which is a crucial part. Oh! Puggy's lost out. Great move from Raika there up the inside. Didn't expect that. I was looking at the chat for a second. And now Puggy is dropping some positions. Roto's hitting Puggy. And someone is going in. It is Raika is in. And Dragos has gone in as well last lap. He's switched to the hards. I don't know if that's his final stop. But Roto's up to P6. Matt up the inside of Puggy. Puggy is fighting today with everyone around him. And there's Matt. And Matt is up the inside for this corner. Puggy's still holding on around the outside there. But this will be helping Roto. Roto's now up to P6. Smith is in P9. Yeah, great drive from Stubby so far. Still in the lead. And the leaders, 2 drivers who haven't had the best of luck this season. So a win from either of them is very deserved after the struggles they had in the beginning of the season, or for most part of the season. Stebo now up to P3. Can Kieran hold on? Cosmo is dropping behind. I don't know if he has any damage. But then we got the train for the battle we have seen so far. From Roto down to Smith now. Smith has been catching up as well. And Dino has gone in. Didn't see that, but Stubby's now in. Same for Stebo. So lap 12. Most drivers coming in. Some stay out. Where does Stubby end up? We have to check. Can Puggy attack Roto? I think Roto a bit too far ahead for this small straight. Let's see. Stubby is now behind Snitsy and Wardy and Haas. So the 3 drivers starting on the hard tires. But they will have the faster tire at the end of the race, which is an advantage as well. But you will have to sacrifice the first part of your race. It's a bit of a DRS train so far. Oh, does Snitsy have damage? Did I see that correctly? Yep. So front right is damaged. And he might want to change that in the pit stop. But it will cost more time, of course. And then Booty's in. Where will he end up? We'll have to check. Is Kieran continuing? Yep, Kieran is continuing. He will be in the lead. Cosmo is going in. Roto is following him. Puggy, of course, continuing. Matt is continuing. And then we already got the hard drivers. Or the driver started on hard. Moving up into P4, 5 and 6. Here's Stubby. Where's Booty? There is Booty. Booty is ahead so far, but he will have caught the tires into turn 1. He overshoots turn 1 a bit. And now Booty will be struggling. Can Stubby go for it? He needs to do it, otherwise the temperature will help Booty. Up the inside. Stubby is passed. He has better traction, more temperature into the tires, and he is passed again. But it was very close. But Woody is ahead. Now Stibo. Let's see where Rodo dropped. Rodo dropped behind Cosmo. So he's lost some positions. And Smith not too far back. No. I'm confused. Dragos. He's closer to Cosmo, so he's gained some time, Rodo. I was thinking Cosmo was Dragos. And he lost out a lot of time, but that's not the case. Dragos is further behind. He's behind Smith. So Puggy is losing a lot of position now. Smith is lost out of position on Dragos as Kieran is going in. Puggy is continuing. Matt is going in. So that means that all the medium drivers have been in at least once. And the drivers started on hards. Now the top 4. The Stubby is ahead and he created a big gap to Booty. 1.2. Pushed him out of the DRS zone. Where will Kieran end up? Almost identical situation with Stubby and Booty here. Can Stibo re-overtake his podium position? But he doesn't have the DRS is what I think I noticed that. But oh, it's a yellow flag and it is Dino. No, it's not Dino. Dino's just lost some positions. It is Matt. Matt has spun on fresher tires. Oh, he was doing very well. He was in and then he's lost a lot of positions now. As Stibo is overtaken Kieran, I wanted to say Stibo he will still have more temperature into the tires. And that will help with the traction. But Kieran is close behind now. And this is effectively the battle for P3. Let's see, switch to the cars behind there. Still 16 cars in contention. No DNFs. And we're almost at the halfway point of this race. So I think they listened when I said that I don't want any more tickets. As they caused too much trouble up until this lap. Let's see Snitsy now. Putting pressure on Wardy. Snitsy still has that wing damage, of course, so it seems like he isn't losing that much pace. Or his pace might have been much better when he if he didn't have that front wing damage. But he's currently in P4, still needs to make a pit stop. Caps are starting to appear then, but Cosmo is putting pressure on Rodo. Rodo is struggling. Or he just overtaken Cosmo. But Cosmo is fighting back. He doesn't want to give up the position that easily. And we got a little train now down to Smith and Tonchek and Matt fighting for the final point of this race. We'll have a look which driver has the fastest lap. That is Tonchek, but he won't get any points for it as Snitsy is now in. Will he change his wing? That's the question. Yeah, wing change for Snitsy as he switches to the mediums. Booty now within the DRS zone and he will get the DRS to close in. So we're looking at a fight for the lead. Snitsy dropped down to P14. So Wally was very close to him on track, so he might drop down to P14 or 13 as well. So everyone in between P14 and P3 will move up a position as Booty is drifting a bit. trying to stay close. We get a yellow flag for someone. I'm not sure who it is. I think it might have been Dragos here, but I might be wrong, as Cosmo's taking the skateboard curb. But he's still ahead of Dino, so didn't lose him out too much. But fight for the lead as well between Haas and Puggy. The Puggy has strong pace. He showed it on the hards at the beginning. I wonder what he can do when he switches to the mediums. Back to the lead, well, which will be the lead after pit stops from the top 3. Spoody is closing in, but he's got 10 seconds to Stebo behind. Oh, it's a yellow. It is Haas. Did he collide with Puggy? I'm not sure. Did he drop down some positions? Oh, Dino's dropped it as well. In a fight, I'm assuming. But now Kieran is putting pressure on Stebo. And I think Raika is closing in as well. Oh, another yellow flag. It's Rodo, the championship leaders round. Oh, that is not what you wanted. He's down into P13 now. Does he have any damage? I didn't see any damage, I think. But he will be very frustrated. He's dropped down to P13, and those are a lot of points. Let's see, Smith is looking for the P9 spot, but Booty is close behind. In the meantime, we will have a look at the championship standings for the drivers. I've got this, have a quick look and keep an eye out on Booty, as Booty is closing in. Oh, and oh, that's Haas. Can Booty overtake Stubby? I don't think he will, or he's closing in. He's closing in. No, he doesn't go for it. Let's see what the fastest lap now for that extra point. Driver standings. So Matt isn't too far off, but Matt is down in P14. Haas is in P4. He's down in 16. Raika is, oh, as Smith is past Cosmo here, but yeah, Tonchek is not having the best of races. Yellow flag. Oh, Dino, I just wanted to say about the other one as well. P7 in the championship. Snitzy isn't having the best. Stebo is having a good race, but he is 72 points behind the leader. So he will close up a bit as someone is round again. Is it the other Alfa Romeo? Alfa Romeo are having a disaster. They are second in the Constructors' Championship. And I'm having a look who are the team behind them. It's Williams, but they are 31 points behind. But currently Williams will have a guy in the lead and someone doing very well. So I hope they don't lose out on the P2 spot. I need to switch back. Yeah, Kieran is doing well. He is in P4. He's making improvements every race, and he's starting. I think this will be his oh, Smith overtaking Puggy. Puggy is coming out of the pits, but I think this will be Kieran's first top 5 finish if it stays like this. But Puggy now in P9 on the mediums. And what can he do? As Smith is up into P7 and Rode is up to P12. So Smith will take the championship lead at the moment. Only, what is it, 4 rounds after this? 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 4 rounds. So we go to China. We still have a sprint weekend in Silverstone. We have, I'm not so sure, I have to check. Keeping an eye out on Booty now as Stubby has caught up to Wardy. So yeah, we got China next week. Oh, as Wardy's going in, but I thought Stubby was following him. China, then we got another sprint in Great Britain, in Silverstone, and then we go to Baku and then to Imola for the final round. So we're getting closer to the final round. I have to miss my own premier race next week in China, which is unfortunate. So I only got 3 rounds left after this one, but that will mean a back-to-back sprint race, sprint round for me, which is fun. Puggy now trying to overtake Cosmo, and Puggy up to P7. Fight behind between Wardy and Dragos. Wardy just came out of the pit lane, and a fight for P15 as well. But Wardy came back in P10, and he's now on the medium tires, and he will surely move up some positions on the faster tires, as we are in lap 20 already. And look at the gap Booty and Stubby have to Stebo. I said it before the race, they were creating a gap in the sprint, and they are very equal on pace, and I was right. So if no mistakes do happen, this will be a fight for the win, just as I predicted, and both of them deserve it very much. And I'm looking at my Siri put on a timer. I don't want that. I'm looking at Booty. Can he overtake now into turn 4? Oh, he's pushed almost off the track here. Up the inside. Will this end up well? Seems like it is so far. Well, I think Booty will wait for with another attack. Later on, Puggy now on Smith. This is a good camera view. Smith in P6. He will be happy with that. He is having a good race. But Puggy could also move to P6 and make it a very good round for AlphaTauri here. Both Mercedes in P8 and P9, and Wardy is behind them. Ooh, he's closing in a lot there. On the braking, Snitzy is also behind them. So again, a Mercedes, a Ferrari and a McLaren fighting. As Tonchek and Huss are also fighting for the final position, but that is not too interesting. We switch back to the front, and I can have a look at the results from both of these guys this season. So Booty, his best finish is a P4 last time out in Singapore, and Stubby, his best finish is a P5, a P10, and then all of the other results were a DNF. So both of these drivers haven't finished on the podium this season. But now Kieran has lost out to Raika. Dragos overtaking. Oh, this is a good fight here. Can Snitzy overtake Wardy? Both Mercedes fighting. Snitzy around the outside, and he's passed at the P10. And Dragos overtook Cosmo here. And Smith is under pressure from Puggy. We switch to the front. Kieran now down to P5. Oh, it's a yellow flag. It is Dragos. A spun. And he will lose out. This is another position for Rodo, which does help him in the championship. Matt moved up ahead of him as well. Oh, fighting between Huss and Tonchek. Oh, Huss. Good save. Switch back to this. Booty still not close enough. Might be because of his ERS. I said it before, you need quite a lot of ERS to make the overtake. But he isn't making any, or is he now? Nope, he's still behind. Well, we switch behind as Snitsy is moving up a position into P8. Now the medium runners are starting to move up some positions. Can Wardy follow him? Wardy's a bit further behind. Oh, Cosmo the first one to pick up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. This is... I haven't seen a lot of track limits here, which is good. Just shows that maybe that when you do go off track or outside of the track limits, you will be punished naturally, not with track limits penalties, as most drivers stay within the lines. The question is, will Booty make a move? Now if Booty does have the stream open by any chance and just listening, he needs to save the ERS, not using it at this point, because it is Stubby will use it as well. You're just throwing away ERS, or is it? No, he's up the inside. Yeah, he's overshoot turn 1 there. He'll brake way too late there on the brakes, and Stubby is retaking the lead. That was a smart move from Stubby there. And Booty missed his braking point by trying to outbrake him, as Wardy's now past Cosmo, and Wardy's up to P9 as well. Good race from the Ferrari boys. Wardy started in P15, is now up to P9, or easy. As Rodo's losing a lot of positions. But Wardy stays out of Cosmo. Cosmo's looking for it, but he's not making any moves. And Rodo's under pressure now. He's dropped down to P12 as Matt overtook him. Oh, I need to switch to the front. Oh, Booty! Oh no, he spun! He was so close and he spun. And it didn't seem like contact, just loss of traction. And he does have the gap to P3, but yeah, I don't think you can make up 6 seconds in the final 5 laps if nothing crazy does happen. So a bit of a mistake from Booty there. But will this help Stubby? He's raced 7 races before, only finished 2 of them. So this will be his 3rd finish in 8 rounds. And it might be a win. It's looking like a win now. But we are not finished yet. Dragos putting pressure on Rodo. Oh, did he hit Rodo? I'm not so sure. It might just be the desync on my screen. And Rodo is losing positions and positions and positions. At one point it seemed like Rodo was the one gaining the positions and Smith losing the positions. But it turned around here. Oh! Dragos really close. Yeah, and Rodo. And Rodo was very strong in the opening rounds of the season, but now he looks like he lost the momentum, and this might result in him losing the championship lead. But I think he held on from the moment the season started. So we get a new championship leader for the first time after 8 rounds. Tonchek in for the soft tires. Hussel's also in for the soft tires, so they might go for the fastest lap. But Raika is closing in on Stebo as well. Can Raika take away that position? But look at the ERS of Stebo. He has a lot to defend. And keep Raika outside of his DRS range. But Puggy isn't closing in a lot on Smith. I thought he was closer before. And now Snitsy is the one closing in on him. Snitsy is on 9 lap old mediums and Puggy on 6 lap old mediums. So quite surprised by that, but look at the ERS of Snitsy, it is literally 0%. So he's used all of it. and you only save a few percentage during the braking. Can Dragos attack? Nope. Dragos is following him. All low on ERS, it is something I'm seeing, but I think it's very difficult to save up the ERS on this track as well. But now Stubby can just do his laps, no pressure from behind anymore. As Haas has the fastest lap, he won't get any points for it currently as he's in P16 and he is not in a point scoring position. I think Booty, yeah, he won't attack P1 anymore, he's too far behind. He just needs to save the P2 and get his first podium of the season. And can Stibo hold on to the podium? He's got 1.5 seconds now to Raika behind. It was 1 at the first sector of the previous lap, but it's now 1.6, so he's using a bit more ERS, but Raika doesn't have any ERS as well. A lot of cars on 0% here, which is interesting, because it's basically useless at that point to even deploy it. Oh, and Dragos now finally making a move up the inside of Rodo. He will have the DRS for the next part as well. Compromised line from Rodo. Now around the outside for Dragos. There we go, taking away the times a bit to get a clear view. And he's passed. So Dragos at the P12, Rodo is dropping out to P13 now. And I can tell you that P13 doesn't get you a lot of points compared to a P6 from Smith. Booty is dropped down a lot. And yeah, he isn't pushing. He doesn't need to anymore because there's no way he will catch Stubby in the final 2 laps. He just needs to hold that gap of around 4 seconds. To the car behind, yellow flag. It is Haas again. And he is not having the best time. No points for Aston Martin. It seems like, oh, Snitsy is making a move on Puggy. Switch back for Puggy. Oh, that's a penalty as well. Puggy going for it. Up the inside. And he reclaims that P7. Ahead of Snitsy. Snitsy's tire is already 12 laps old on the medium. Oh, as he picks up a 3-second time penalty. And that would mean he would lose out of position to Wardy. And give the Ferrari driver a P8. But we are almost entering the final lap here. No safety cars, no DNFs, no retirements in the pits. Everyone is staying. Oh, I missed the move from Puggy. But yeah, Puggy can also just stay behind Snitsy because he won't attack Smith ahead. I don't think he will. And Snitsy has a penalty, so he can just wait behind. Maybe he will get the P7. But I don't know if Puggy is that kind of driver. Just wait behind. On the final lap then. Puggy on Snitsy. No, yeah, there we go. He's waiting for the DRS in this part and he's closing in on the braking. Yep. Shorter line. Wider line at this point. No, I thought he was going for it, but he's just staying behind. Or is he going for it? No, he's a bit too far behind. Well, we follow Stubby then on the final lap. As There aren't a lot of battles anymore. The Williams driver will get his first podium and his first win as well. After crashing last week in a very good position. And it will be a back-to-back win for the Williams team. Last week it was Smith, this week it will be Stubby. And he will finally score some decent points. A very deserved win after a lot of bad luck in the DNFs. To take the flag. And it will be Stubby who wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. It is a yellow flag from Tonček, I think. And Booty will get the P2 in his first podium. And Stibo will hold on for Ferrari to take the P3. And it will be Rijka with a very good recovery to P4. Kieran with the first finish in the top 5 in P5. And Smith will be the championship leader after finishing in P6. Puggy moves up to P7. A very good race from him. Wardy moves up to P8 only just. And scoring a lot of good points for Ferrari. As they are, I think, P6 in the constructors. So they will want to move up. Stitchy dropped down to P9, but a very strong race from him. Matt is in P10, and the Mercedes, it looked like they had the pace in the beginning, but they dropped down a bit as Dragos finished in P11. And the championship, or the previous championship leader, Rodo, finished in P12. Not the race he won at Cosmo in P13. I think something happened there because Rodo finished in P12. Dino is in P14, not the best of races from Alfa Romeo. Second in the constructors. And Haas, I think he does have the fastest lap. And he will get that extra point then, as Tonček made a mistake. As Haas finishes in P15 and we're just waiting for Tonček to end the race in P16. As he's going into the pit lane. That's an interesting way of winning the race. Or finishing the race, I should say, not winning the race. But that was Bahrain. No safety cars. I've one virtual safety car during the sprint, but that was it. No virtual safety car during the main race. So we got through it very quickly. And no DNFs as well. So well done to everyone on the racing. Very strong race from the guys. And not a lot of reports will be coming here. But I think if I look at the other divisions, this is one of the cleanest one. With not a lot of incidents. So very well done to them. And very well done to the podium. Especially to Stubby with the race win for Williams. I think this will be a very happy podium. I can't do the interviews unfortunately, as I'm on my own and it does take a lot of time. And thank you all for joining me in the chat during this race. It is a bit different when you're on your own again. I have to get used to it, especially with my voice. I have a bit of pain in my throat, but I managed to do the end. That's the most important thing. There we have the final race results then. Wardy from P15 up to P8. Very good drive. Smith from P11 to P6. Stibo from P7 to P3. Rijka from P9 to P4. And these are the final results. Results of the sprint, just in case the coordinator didn't catch them. But yeah, results from the weekend. Stubby for sure, maximum points. Very well done to him. And Booty as well. So this was Bahrain. We will be back next week in China, and I think I will have to do it on my own again, unfortunately. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, I will see you all in China for the next round. But I hope you will watch tomorrow again, because the sprint races are always fun. And I will be racing, so I hope to see you all there. And if not, I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Goodbye.